Hello everyone. In this video I will demonstrate how to declare and use named port within a deployment and a service. So let's get started. And these are the commands that I will be using for this particular demonstration. This will be available in the resources section. If you click the link, you will come to the documentation where it talks about how to use a named port in a service. So I'll just scroll to the sections. You can read more, but the examples which I have taken for this demo are available in the documentation, Kubernetes docs. And if you want, during the exam, if you want to search, you can just search for service or something like this, and you will come to this particular article. So hope that helps, and I will explain what I am trying to do. So first I am trying to create a deployment. So just pay attention here. Name of the deployment is named port deploy image nginx port 80, and I am redirecting it to the YAML file. So nginx by default runs on port 80, so I have specified that will be available as container port, and then I have to add a name to the port. So container port name I have given HTTP web service, and then I will create the deployment. So, and after that the second part, right? Second part is the service. So I'm using expose deployment that will create a service, and this will be service names, deployment name port deploy, and the service port will be 8080. So I have specified different ports so that it become more obvious. And then you just pay attention over here, the target port, right? So this is HTTP web service, and this matches exactly with what I am going to add in the Vim YAML file. And this service will be of type node port, and I am redirecting it to a YAML file. And finally I will add a node port, because we cannot add node port through command line. So I will log in to that. I will edit that YAML file and add a node port, and then finally I will create the service, and finally we will do some test. So for the node port, we can directly do a curl using localhost or 127.0.0.1, and the port number I have specified is 31704. And last test we'll do is using cluster IP, and for that we will take the cluster IP and the port, this part, port 8080, this part we will take and specify over here. So this is the using the cluster IP and the cluster port or the regular port. So and finally I will do some cleanup. So this is the agenda for today. So I'll go to the terminal, and I'll start with the steps. So I am creating a namespace so that it's easier for me to demonstrate. So I have created a namespace named port. Then I create a deployment named port deploy, and image nginx and port 80. So YAML file is created. Now I put the comments here. So I have to add this thing, right? So I'll take this, copy it, and open the YAML. And I want to add a name port. So name port will go under port section. So if you come here, and you have to add here. So this is a name port, and this name port can be used in the service. So I'll save and exit, and create the deployment. So deployment has been created. Now this step is this step will expose the deployment, and in turn will create the service. So command looks something like this: expose deployment, name of the deployment, port 8080. So this is slightly different. This will be service port 8080, and target port which I have specified is what I gave, the named port within the deployment, and type of service is node port, and redirect to YAML. So I will be adding the node port and a name for the service as well. So I'll just copy it, open the service YAML file, and come under this section where it is saying ports. paste it. So this is the node port which I have added, and type is already node port, and I am just giving for some more illustration. You can specify a named port for the service as well, but rest all is fine. Only thing which I was emphasizing is the target port, which is referring to the deployment's named port. So I'll save and exit. Create this service. So my service has been created. If I do a get SVC, I can see a cluster IP. I'll copy this. And first I will do a curl using node port. So node port is the service will be available on all the nodes. So I'm directly doing curl from the master node, and I can get the Nginx service. Second, I am doing it through the local host, which is same as 127.0.0.1, and again I get back the service. Last, I will use the cluster IP. So for cluster IP, I have to change the I have to take the cluster IP. So I'll just copy it again. So I'll replace the IP here, and do the curl. So we can see we are able to reach using the cluster IP as well. So that's all for the demo. I'll quickly perform a cleanup. So this will delete all the objects that I have created for this demonstration, and then I can delete the namespace as well. So that's all I wanted to cover for this demonstration. Thanks for watching. Bye.